Hey guys, it's me again. I'm back and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about application of foundation and some of the tools that you can use, what your options are, and what some of my favorite brushes are to use. Here we go. So when it comes to foundation, if I'm using anything that is very watery or that I have to give a good shake before I use, the tool that I love to use with that is my hands. So what I'll do is shake the product up a lot, and then I will apply the product to the back of my hand, get it to warm it up a little bit, and then I will just put a little bit of it on the center of my face, and I will just use my fingers to blend it in with my neck if I need to, and move it slowly out to the hairline and around my eyebrows and around my ears, but just mainly the biggest thing is to blend with your whole hand, and to just really make sure that you have good lighting and a mirror in front of you, that you can see where any areas that you may miss, and just start with most of your product in the areas where you need the most coverage, or the center of your face, so that you don't get a lot of it in your hairline or near your eyebrows or on your neck. Okay, so the next product that I like to use a lot is Beauty Blender. I like the original Beauty Blender a lot. It's my favorite one. And what I like to do is take my product and put it on the back of my hand. Some people like to dab the product on their face and then use the blender, but definitely make sure you follow the directions, get the blender nice and damp, squeeze out all of the excess water, and sometimes I like to use a towel, and just make sure I get most of that water out of there. And so it's damp and ready to go, and then I just like to dab it all around, using the corner to get around my eyes, and then the other side to get the bigger areas. And it really helps to really blend the product beautifully so you don't use too much. And I love it. I love the Beauty Blender. It's a great tool. The only problem, and the only reason why I don't use it a ton, is because I love to use a nice clean Beauty Blender, and I end up buying them so much just because no matter how much I clean them, I just don't feel like they look clean, and I don't like to pull out anything that doesn't look like it's sanitary, even though it is. So if you use them, make sure you use a cleaner and clean it a lot, and put it in an area that it can dry out well, because you don't want it to harbor a bunch of germs, and that's not good for you. Okay, so that's usually what I like to do with product that's medium to thick. Also, another option is a brush. I've had this brush forever. This is one of the Jane Iredale brushes, and I absolutely love it. So I don't like to use a brush that's too huge with a foundation brush, but I don't like to use one too small either. So the Jane Iredale is good, and also the MAC 132 brush is really good. So I use this one a lot also, and I basically just take these and, just move them from the center of my face to the other areas, and I can use a mixture of hands usually too. So the MAC 132 is nice because it's got a little fatness to it, but it tapers a lot, and you don't get that streaky look with some foundation brushes. So what I like to do is just, like I said, move the foundation from the center of my face and out. Just do any detail work where I need to, use thin layers, and if I feel like I need more coverage, just apply a thin layer over thin layer, but not too much, because most of the time if you use a thin layer of foundation, you can do any concealing that you need to afterwards, and your face will look great and even and beautiful. So do not underestimate concealers. A lot of times people put on lots of thick, heavy foundation when they can get away with using something light and natural looking and beautiful and not cakey, and just touch up the areas that you need to with concealer. Sometimes what I also like to do is go over with a brush like this. This is an IT Cosmetics brush that I absolutely love. I use this one a lot with their tinted foundation, tinted moisturizer. Yeah, I love this brush. So what I do is sometimes I get my foundation on and I'll just go over and buff the area and just bring it down my neck a little bit, and it just kind of like buffs the foundation into my skin, so it's not too much product, but it just really makes everything look really nice and flawless. And actually you can use a brush just like this instead of a foundation brush to apply your foundation. There's no harm in that, or you can just use your hands, get your foundation on, and go over it with something like this. I certainly hope everyone learned something today, and as always, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I love to help you feel as good and as beautiful as possible. Check me out on YouTube, Facebook, and my website, beautifulbymeganhorse.com. See you guys next time.